So on Travels with Bert, we finally made it to Ratchaburi province, which is where we are now, actually in Ratchaburi City. We're only about 2 weeks late, but who cares, we don't really have any serious plans. And today we're just going to have a quick look around the city, see what we can find. So we might go here and possibly here, and maybe we'll go over there, and we might go there too, who knows. So plans have changed a little bit because originally Ratchaburi was supposed to be a 1-month stop, but I managed to find, hunting around probably about 10 days ago, I managed to find a really nice brand new apartment building which had a very reasonably priced studio apartment. So I actually decided to rent it for 3 months. So this is where we will be for 3 months. And you're going, yes, but you don't want to stay in one place for 3 months. But you see, we are at the eastern end of Ratchaburi province, and which means we're very close to other provinces. Just to the south there's Ratchaburi, where we came from, and actually there's a couple of places I meant to go there and I missed, so we'll probably pop down there again. And then further east is Sawan province, which is easy to get to, only about 30 kilometers away. And then northeast is Nakhon Pathom province, which has some very interesting places to visit. And if you go north or northwest, there's the probably better known Rachaburi province, which really has many, many places. And because we're on the eastern end of Ratchaburi province, there's a lot of it spreading out east, probably 100 kilometers, right out to the Burmese border. And of course we won't be crossing the border because it's not a very safe place to go. And actually it's very mountainous out there, and I don't think there are any border crossings in Ratchaburi. But anyway, no matter, we won't be going there. So behind me, you can maybe see there's an entrance to something. And right at the end of the road there is the City Pillar Shrine, and that's kind of the starting point, I think, for any city visit. You have to start at the City Pillar Shrine. It's probably the most important building in the city. However, this one's a little bizarre because you can see there's an entrance there, and it's actually inside an army base. And I'm not sure if we can take Bert in there. I don't know what the restrictions are on the security. But anyway, we'll find a way to get in there, and we'll go to the City Pillar Shrine first. And having seen that, we'll go to Wat Khao Sawan. And I confess I can't find out anything about this place, so we'll just have to go investigate. But I do know that way up there, up a gazillion steps, there's some very odd, tall, black-looking thing, and I have no idea what it is, so we better go find out. Yep, we have to go up there. That's the black thing I was talking about. I can't figure out what that is. Let's have a quick look inside the Ubosat first before we venture up there. Oh, there it is. Strange black thing. And here we have Ratchaburi in all its glory. It certainly is flat. But not the whole province, as I was saying before. You get out towards the Burmese border, it's quite mountainous. So we'll get out there soon enough. And next we'll go to a pile of old bricks. Except it's not just any pile of old bricks, it's actually a 6th century pile of old bricks. And it's part of something called Kubua ancient city. And originally there was something like 44 of these piles of old bricks, except they were stupas. They were very tall stupas, dating back to the Davarati period. And it's evidence that there was Buddhism in this part of the world for more than 1,000 years. Now, don't panic, I'm not going to show you all 44 piles of old bricks, because actually they don't exist. But we can popple off and we can take a look at some of them. Let's have a wander around here first and then we'll go look at a few more. Well, it's good that they have all these informative signboards. Now we know a lot more about the place. Oh, this is a good one. Oh yeah, very helpful. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. We'll go find another pile of old bricks. Oh, this looks a bit more interesting. In fact, it looks a lot more interesting. This is Ancient Remains number 18, presumably 1844. Let's have a good look around. You can actually see that it was a building. So, are we going to climb up there? No, we're not. Well, let's see if there's any more really interesting ones. Well, I can't find any more ancient piles of bricks. I think there might be one in the distance over there, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's no big deal. Let's go off and find something really old and really interesting. So, here we are at another ancient temple, but one that's largely intact, unlike the ancient piles of bricks we just came from. It's called Pra Prang Wat Mahathat, which roughly translates to the Great Noble Temple of the Great Noble Relic Stupa. Yeah, that's pretty grand. And in this part of Thailand, those multi-cornered sticky-up things are called prangs, not jedi, which is probably a better name than multi-cornered sticky-up things. Actually, they're found in any place that was part of the Khmer Empire, which Rachaburi was. I think we saw some of them in Rachaburi province. And actually there's 5 of them, prangs that is. The central one is the tallest, rising to 42 meters. Actually no one's quite sure when construction started, but most likely it was in the 8th century. Anyway, there's a lot more to see, so I better shut up, because it's a highly religious place, so I'm going to stay quiet and we'll carry on walking around. Well, that's pretty impressive, don't you think? And it's right in the heart of the city. Well, I think we're probably done with temples for today, so let's move on and find something different. Well, I know I haven't been in Ratchaburi all that long, but I do think this is probably one of the nicest parts with the river view. This is the Mae Klong. And there's lots of bridges, there's lots of views, there's cafes, restaurants, boutiques, all kinds of places. And we're going to have a wander along, but I think first of all I will go to the National Museum, which is actually behind you, because I think it's closing soon, and it has a lot of artifacts. If you remember where we went to the ancient bricks, a lot of artifacts were dug up in that area, and they're all in the National Museum there, so we'll take a look at that. And then after we've had a wander down the river, we'll go in the big markets, which actually doesn't open until 4 o'clock, and it's 2:30 at the moment. So we'll catch that a bit later. Well, for a national museum, it has some very strange statues. Would you call them statues? I have a feeling this is the kind of place that would be better for regular still photographs, so we'll switch cameras right now. Ah, surprise! Yes, I know we're supposed to be in the museum, which is just down there, and I have no idea why there's a snowman behind me. But as I said, I decided to switch cameras, which was a good idea because they don't allow video cameras in the museum. Anyway, so I walked around for an hour or more, and I'm seriously impressed with that place, to the point where I've decided I'm going to make a separate video, so I'm not going to show you the inside right now. But it's a much larger building than it looks from the front, because it's actually a square building with a courtyard in the middle. And there's all kinds of different rooms all the way around the courtyard. And they're nicely, logically divided into different sections, and nothing is very overwhelming. It's really nice, really well thought out. And all of the information is in English, so when we do take a tour there, I'll be able to tell you everything that we're looking at. So what we'll do now, even though it's kind of gloomy now, we'll take a walk down and see what we can find along the riverside, and then we'll head off into the markets. So in lots of places along the riverside, there's these, what would you call them, pontoons? And none of them seems to be used for anything, but trust me, there's a lot of them. I'm sure they'll come in handy one day. Also, all along the riverbank there are these jars, they're called dragon jars, and we're going to see a lot of them. Now, is that a dragon jar or is that a dragon jar? Rachaburi is famous for these, and quite soon I'll take you to a place where they're made, and we'll have a good look around there. And I'll tell you the story of why they're here. But you find them just about everywhere in Ratchaburi. And of course, wherever there's rivers, there's bridges. There's actually quite a lot of them. I think right there, we're looking at 3. There's 2 road bridges and 1 railroad bridge. And I know I promised you a market. This is it, opposite. Quite a large place. I came here last night because it doesn't open until 4, and it doesn't really get active till about 5 or 6 o'clock. So the video I'm about to show you I took last night, dodging the rain showers. So you've seen quite a lot of Ratchaburi City in this video, and trust me, there's a lot more still to come, especially the museum. I think you'll enjoy that. And the dragon jar, yeah, we have to see the dragon jars being made, but there's a lot more to be seen around here. And since it's about to rain on us, I think I'm going to say for now it's goodbye from Bert, and it's goodbye from me, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell, otherwise you won't know when there's more videos. Goodbye!